Hi friends, I'm Kitty and welcome to Little Wattle Nursery. I'm an adult doll collector that creates content that aims to encourage fun and positivity in our hobby. You are never too old for dolls and never too old for a hobby you love, so stick around and have some dolly fun. Happy Mother's Day, Dolly friends. I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. Here's a gorgeous bunch of flowers that I got from Totty for Mother's Day. Let me show you what else I got for Mother's Day and then I'll get on with my Mother's Day reborn baby box opening. So I got this gorgeous basket of goodies and these Care Bears, so adorable. So with the Care Bears, this is actually Hugs and Kisses. It's Gram's bear, as in grandma. They're the glasses. And Hugs bear, which is the grandchild. But Totty really liked this because she thought it's mummy and daughter, not grandma and grandchild. Here's the back of the box. As you can see, there's Gram's bear, and she represents the love for which grandmothers are known for. And then this is baby Hugs Bear, a sweet and loving little girl Care Bear. So it's a really gorgeous twin plush pack. So that's super cute. And then over here I got a basket of goodies. The first thing I received is this. It's so cute. It's a little plushie. It says Super Mum. It's actually a cup of coffee. And they've got that gorgeous little heart. It's a cappuccino coffee and there's a gorgeous little heart in the top. I just thought that was so cute. So that says Super Mum. And then there are these sweet little plushies called Plush Goals by Cuddle Barn. And this one's called Black Sesame Moo Shake. They're the different moo shakes you can get. You can collect all of them. Totty couldn't find the purple one, but this is the black one. Super cute. This is the pink one in the range, and this one's called Strawberry Moo Shake. They're really cute, aren't they? And then I got this big cow, and he's called Moocher, the coffee cow. It's the same brand, but a bigger plushie, and there's all the different ones that you can get in the range. Now, the reason why I've received all these plushies is because every year Totty gets for Mother's Day a cute little plushie for me, and I have them on display in my walk-in robe in my bedroom. But this year she went all out, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So I've got a lot this year. Now she knows I like anything to do with Bambi, so I got a pamper gift set. And in the gift set are some gorgeous, creams and this really sweet face mask. I'll open it up and show you. It's coconut and vanilla. It's so adorable. As I said, it's got this gorgeous bag and it says Disney Bambi. There is the gorgeous little sleep mask. It's so cute. And then there is a vanilla soap. There is a coconut scented hand cream and a vanilla scented hand cream, and then there is a little poof to put in the shower to wash. So adorable. I received 2 lip glazes. So this is MCO Beauty. It is the Candy Shop limited edition range. And this one is the bubblegum tinted lip glaze. And this one is the chocolate tinted lip glaze. Oh, I reckon that's going to be pretty nice. I've got some really delicious chocolate. People on the channel know that Daryl Lee is Australian made. It's a company that's been around since 1927, and this chocolate is absolutely delicious. This one's called Rock Lee instead of Rocky. Rock Lee Road. It's raspberry milk chocolate. It's absolutely delicious. And then I got the box of Rockley Road, so it's a chunk. So that's delicious. I got some Daryl Lee raspberry milk chocolate bullets. And then I got some Swiss chocolate, which is some Lindor cheesecake flavoured Lindor Boss. How delicious. And then the last thing I got was this gorgeous Mother's Day card from Totty. So yeah, that's all my goodies. I had a wonderful time on the Mother's Day weekend. I caught up with my mother. My mum and dad came round for dinner on Saturday, and then we went to church on Sunday, and then my in-laws came over for Mother's Day lunch on Sunday. So that's my Mother's Day in a nutshell. Let's get on now with the Mother's Day Reborn Baby box opening. So I'm really excited to finally be able to do a box opening. As my regular viewers already know, I have quite a few box openings to do. I just haven't had the time to do it, and they've been stacking up. So I thought Mother's Day is a perfect day to be able to open up this box and take a look at the beautiful dolly inside. So cast your mind back to earlier this year, and I released a video basically talking about my doll collecting goals for 2024. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link down in the description box if you're interested in checking out that video. But basically, I spoke about what my goals were in terms of doll collecting, and one of the goals that I had was to collect a reborn doll, either a kit that was created quite a while ago, like a very old kit, or to actually find a reborn doll that had been reborn at least more than a decade ago. So going back 2 months ago, you'll recall on the channel that I did actually find a reborn doll that was an older kit. It was my beautiful Briella Lucette, so she was my prototype. She was the re-release of the Saskia kit by Adri Stuter. And I'll also put a link to that video in the description box below if you're interested in checking out that video. And that kit was made from Germany, and so is this doll. What's really fabulous and what I'm really excited to show you about this doll is that this is the original German vinyl, so the hard vinyl. I am so curious to see what that actually looks like. So from recollection, this is the birth certificate, and I'm not going to show it because it has actually a picture of the doll. What I will say is that this doll was created all the way back in 2008, 2009, and the artist is the very famous Ellie Knoops. And if anyone knows anything about reborning, you will know that Dutch artist Ellie Knoops basically took over the reborning world in the early 2000s. Her sculpts were highly sought after. So she's a Dutch artist. She began sculpting in the mid-1990s, and she started sculpting like children's dolls as well as these reborn babies. And in 2004, she created her first reborn kit, and that kit was called, I'm not going to pronounce it very well, EEFJE. And that kit was first presented at the Nuremberg Toy Fair in Germany in 2004. And some of her kits are actually based on real babies. For example, the Luca kit, the most famous kit that she created, resembles her daughter. And another very famous kit of hers called BB closely resembles one of Ellie's grandsons. So as you can see by what she's wearing, she's a little girl. When I show you the birth certificate later on, she was painted by a very highly skilled reborn artist here in Australia. She's no longer doing reborning. But as I said, I'm very curious to compare this old German vinyl with new German vinyl, and I'm curious to see what the rooting of the hair is like. I'm just really curious. But as I said, Ellie's reborn kits were made with that really good quality, hard German vinyl. Unfortunately, that vinyl is very hard to root the hair on. And after she visited the IDEX Orlando in the USA, which is a big collectible doll and teddy bear trade show, she discovered soft vinyl, which is the preferred type of vinyl for reborn kits for the rooting of hair. So she actually switched across to soft vinyl. That happened in 2008, but a lot of people still had the older kits like this one. So in 2008, Ellie introduced a new series of long-limbed soft vinyl kits that were manufactured in China. So she switched from Germany to China, and so the kits included kits like Amy, Chrissy, Daphne, etc. in the new series. Now, I'm going to get this little dolly out of the box. I'm going to do the big reveal, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about Ellie Noops, because she really was one of the pioneers when it came to the reborning industry. So my veteran reborn collectors, I'll be curious to see if you recognise this kit when I pull off. Oh, aren't these little shoes gorgeous? Look at this. They've been crocheted. Now, the reborn artist who created this doll back in, I think it was 2009, they made everything. And this is what these reborn artists used to do back then. Highly talented reborn artists. Not only did they make the doll, but they made all the clothes to go with it. So look at that gorgeous little bootie. It has the cute little bow that matches the dress. And look at this little pearl on the side here for this Mary Jane shoe, and it's pink underneath and white on top. That is so stinking adorable. Look at the details on this sock. So they've sewn some little rosettes, and they've sewn, you can see they've sewn the lace to the socks. I mean, the effort that has gone into this doll, this really is a beautiful doll, going by the pictures. And the collector that I purchased this from, she purchased directly from the reborn artist, and she was really reluctant to sell this doll. In fact, I'd already paid for the doll, and she was umming and ahhing about refunding my money because this reborn doll was so special to her. So who is recognising this kit so far? With the little Tootsie. Wow. Oh, this vinyl's beautiful. I can tell this is German, and it is firmer. I can tell that. Wow. It's really beautiful. And actually, I'm surprised, given how far reborning has come since 2008. I'm really surprised how well this doll's been painted. Having said that, so the Reborn nursery that was responsible for creating this doll is Heather's Little Darlings, and she was a highly sought after reborning artist back in the day here in Australia. So I'm not surprised that this little dolly's been painted well, but she's obviously just been displayed because she's in immaculate condition and she's been painted in that gorgeous peaches and cream look, which I just love. So let's take off her other shoe and sock. There's the other little Tootsie. Anyone recognising the sculpt so far? It's 3/4 limbs. Isn't this outfit just divine? I can't wait to do the big reveal and then show you the entire outfit. Let's move on to one of the arms now and see whether that gives away this reborn doll, which kit it is, whether our veterans know. Gosh, Ellie was very talented. She's done a really beautiful job on these fingers, on this sculpt, and again, beautifully painted. There's blushing. Here's the other arm. Oh, don't want to give it away. Here's the other arm. Oh, she's got a little bracelet on. How cute's that? I might just pull that off. There we go. That was the little bracelet that she had on. Super cute. So there's the other hand. It's open again. And there's the painting and the blushing. It's interesting, like the painting is definitely different and the blushing is definitely different, how it's applied now. So that's interesting to see how sort of techniques have changed since then, but I can see some veining. Oh, this is really interesting. It's almost like going back in time. It really, really is. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I can see her face. It is the drum roll. She is the very famous Luca kit. Oh my goodness, I absolutely adore this kit and her face is absolutely gorgeous. I love this sculpt. It is so incredibly precious. So this is her birth certificate. I've just got to cover the original owner's name for privacy reasons. But she was born on the 19th of May, 2009. She's 4 pounds, 12 ounces. She's 20 inches. Date of adoption was the 23rd of May, 2009. And she was made by Heather's Little Darlings. And back then they didn't have a COA. All the way back then they weren't doing COAs. So the kit did not come with a COA, but that's her nursery birth certificate. These are her care instructions. So it says, I'm not a toy and should be handled with care. My head is floppy like a real baby. It needs to be supported. My hair is soft and fluffy and goes flat after I've been asleep. You can wet and scrunch it into curls when I wake. I wear 4 zeros, newborn baby clothes. I have a magnetic dummy, so please keep me away from sensitive electronic equipment. I'm so happy that you chose to adopt me. I know I will bring you love and joy for many years to come, Heather's Little Darlings. And reborn collectors who've been around for a long time in the Australian industry will remember Heather's Little Darlings. She was a highly sought after and highly skilled reborn artist. She came with a little pacifier or dummy, a little nuke. That's super cute. And she also came with a magnetic little hair ribbon. So I'll have to figure out where that goes in her hair, but that's super cute too. But isn't she beautifully dressed? Let me sit her up so you can get the full effect of this gorgeous doll. And then I'm going to dress her down so you can take a look at this beautiful German vinyl, and we can just take a look at all the beauty of this doll. Oh, her face is just so precious. And look at the quality. Look at the quality of this outfit. Look at the bonnet with the gorgeous rosette details and the eyelet material. She's got a headband on underneath, it looks like. This gorgeous bib that says baby. And this dress is absolutely stunning. And it has the little matching bloomers underneath, and you saw the little booties and socks before. This will definitely be her nursery outfit. Oh my goodness, she is just so stunning. And her head is really floppy, and she's really well stuffed. But I'm curious to take a look at her hair now to see how it's been rooted, and to just dress her down so we can take a look at this gorgeous German vinyl. Wow, I'm actually quite impressed with how this little dolly's been painted, given that she was made so long ago. So let's get this little bonnet off. What does her hair feel like? Wow, I'm really surprised. I thought the hair would be really dry. This hair is super soft. Oh, she is gorgeous. Look at that face. I've always wanted the Luke kit, but I wanted the original because it's made in Germany. But that bonnet is just stunning, absolutely stunning. All right, look at this gorgeous little headband. That's super cute. Wow, so apparently this hair you can scrunch and make it curly. So let's take a good look at that hair. Let's turn, oh, she turns easily. Oh, that hair is still really, really soft. It's been rooted. Wow. Because this vinyl, it's hard. It's really, really firm. So that would have taken a lot of work to do that, and the amount of hair that she has, maybe because it's supposed to be curly. At some point in time, I am going to wet this hair to see whether I can actually bring back the curls. But it looks like the previous owner wanted to keep the hair straight. You can't really see a crown with the rooting. That's become a really big thing in reborning, is that, you know, the circular swirl on the crown. I can't really see that with this rooting of the hair, but the hair's still very soft, all things considering. I would probably put a little bit of conditioner in it, but given that the doll was made in 2009, so the hair would be from that era or earlier, I'm actually really impressed. Her face has been beautifully painted. The blushing's gorgeous. The lips have been done well. I'm really impressed with the eyebrows. They are glue-on lashes, but they're beautiful. This kit is absolutely stunning and was so popular. This was like the #1 kit. Everyone was scrambling. All the artists were scrambling to purchase this kit, and people were wanting it. It was very, very popular. Now, I'm curious to see a bit more of this German vinyl. So let's get this dress off, because from what I'm seeing so far, it's beautiful. Really, really beautiful. So she's 3/4 limbs. Gosh, this dress is so stunning. Wow, this reborn artist put a lot of effort into not only reborning the doll, but also making the clothes. Look at the detail on this dress at the front here. Look at that front panel with the stitching, the little bows down here, this detail in the front here. It feels like it's padded. It's a really beautiful dress, absolutely stunning. And then, of course, there's let me just turn her head so you can see her pretty face. Oh, look at this. She's even got a little handmade nappy. Oh, for goodness sakes. So there is the cute little bloomers. Wow. This vinyl is definitely different. I can see that it's different to the Chinese vinyl. It's beautiful. It's a lot firmer. You can see, look at her. She's pretty solid. I wonder what she's filled with, because I can only feel polyfill. Isn't that interesting? Oh, she's got the sweetest little face. I'm going to turn her over now. So on the back here, it says Enups Workhaus, Werkhaus. And this is the kit that was made in Germany prior to Ellie switching to producing her kits in China. Unfortunately, after Ellie switched to producing her kits in China, she and other sculptors' kits started appearing on Chinese selling platforms, and some sculptors started to publicly come forward insisting that their work had been copied. So that kind of started happening sort of around 2008, 2009, and it got really bad sort of around 2013. That's when it was really coming to people's attention. I was looking on certain reborn forums, old forums that people used to post on, and so from what I can see, it almost started to happen immediately. So unfortunately, this is one of the pitfalls that I've talked about when you manufacture in a country like China that has a terrible reputation for copying. They almost immediately started doing it. However, according to a screenshot that I'm going to pop on screen, and this is a comment made by master artist Andama Dujon, and she made this comment on a Reborn forum. And Dharma Dujon, she was a master artist from quite some time ago. She's Australian, from what I can gather. She's no longer reborning. Very, very talented reborn artist. She personally knew Ellie Noops, and she says on this forum that Ellie Noops told Andama that she actually sold the licensing rights of Luca to a Chinese firm, to a Chinese factory. So it looks like Ellie was quite smart. She was business savvy. She probably thought, well, if my work's going to get copied, I want to get some money out of this. And so she decided to sell the licensing rights. Now, in her agreement with the Chinese firm, it appears that Ellie must have retained the rights to continue producing the Luca kit, because you can do two things with licensing rights. You can either sell it in full, or what you can do is you can say, okay, I'll allow you to produce X amount, but I still retain certain rights. So it looks like that's what she's done, because sometime after selling the licensing rights of Luca, the kit was still extremely popular amongst reborn collectors. So Ellie made a different type of limbs to the original Luca kit and made it available for sale on her website. And they do actually have that kit on some websites. It's quarter vinyl arms and legs. And sometimes you can just buy the head and not the limbs. Now, during Ellie Noops's successful career, she actually won a number of gold medals in the GDS competition for her works, and her kits, especially the Luca kit, were extremely popular amongst collectors. She is extremely talented. I encourage you to get online and take a look at McPherson's and a few other reborning supply places and take a look at her kits, because she really was a very, very talented lady. Now, the doll world lost this talented icon in November 2019. Not only was Ellie a super, super talented sculptor, but she was a friend to many in the reborn and doll industry, and she is sadly missed. And as I said, some of her kits are still very popular and they're for sale on various reborn supply websites. So what's my verdict on this original German vinyl? I mean, it's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning, but I feel very sorry for the reborn artists having to root this. Like, this would have been, I can't say backbreaking work, but their hands, a reborn artist's hands would have been so sore trying to root this hair, I would imagine, because the sculpt, the vinyl is very, very firm. Now, I do want to make mention, I think it's really important to note that although many sculptors have moved their manufacturing of their kits from Germany to China, I think to save money, because it's a lot cheaper in China to produce kits, soft German vinyl has actually been readily available for well over a decade now, and I actually spoke about this in depth in that previous box opening video for my Saskia doll, my little Briella Lucette. As I said, I'll put a link down in the description box for that video if you're interested in checking it out. It's not just a box opening video. I talk about German vinyl. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about that and what German vinyl is available and where to look for kits that are made with German vinyl, that is the video to check out. Now, the German reborn supply company Puppen Trollmann produces a gorgeous soft vinyl under the Little Dreams Collection production in collaboration with Doll Dreams Inc. USA. That vinyl is not only beautiful to paint, but the hair can easily be rooted. And I encourage you to check out their website to see which kits are manufactured in German vinyl, and I'm going to put a link in the description box. So for me, I'm absolutely thrilled to have another reborn doll that's made from German vinyl in my collection. As far as I'm concerned, in my personal opinion, I still think that the older vinyl and the newer vinyl that's made in Germany is superior to the vinyl that's made in China. I'm really disappointed that the production of reborn kits has mainly moved into China, because obviously all the copying has then occurred and it's causing all sorts of problems for the sculptors and obviously for collectors, because sometimes it's very difficult to tell whether a kit is authentic or not. But what I am certain of is that the German vinyl is far more superior to the Chinese vinyl. My personal opinion, because I collect manufactured German dolls, is that they retain their value much more than long term than what a cheap Chinese made doll does. And I think because reborn dolls are high end, they're supposed to be a high end doll. My personal opinion is that the vinyl should be made in a country where they're known for quality, and places like Europe and Germany and the USA are known for creating good quality products, where China, we all know that you get stuff that are dirt cheap from China. I think manufacturing the kits in China, I personally think it cheapens the industry, it cheapens the hobby. And I would love to see the kits returning to being made somewhere where they're known for quality. And because I got onto WorthPoint to take a look at kits, this particular kit that, obviously it's been made in Germany, and that's the big selling point on WorthPoint. So they're calling dolls made around this, reborn dolls made around this time, maybe a little bit earlier, sort of around the 2004, they're calling them vintage reborn dolls. And they're actually worth more money than what they were when they first purchased the doll. And a big selling point is because the vinyl is made in Germany. So that's something really interesting that you might want to keep in mind if you're a long-term collector like I am. And so for me, I'm looking at things like, well, where's the vinyl made? Who is the artist that made the doll? What type of outfit did it come dressed in? What's the quality of the painting and the rooting of the hair? What's the quality of the eyes and that type of thing? Anyway, I'm going to get her dressed now, and I'm just going to love on this doll for the next couple of days. I might come back and do an outfit change and then do a name reveal. But I tell you what, I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with this doll. It's another doll that I have ticked off my wish list. And I have to say, I'm quite impressed with the reborning of this doll, given that it was done so long ago. I was so intrigued, and that's been satisfied now. And I have to say that back then, quality, you can see quality was paramount. Reborn artists were really trying to produce a beautiful, not only a beautiful doll, but an outfit to dress them in to complete the package. And this doll is a real little stunner, and I'm so thrilled to have her in my collection, and I look forward to sharing her with you again soon. Anyway, Dolly friends, thank you for stopping by today, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.